So we've had the first group, and things were definitely hotting up towards the end of it, but hopefully it's nothing to what we're going to see now. Yuzuru Hanyu currently in second place. Well, you wouldn't have expected it. How is it going to finish up? Well, if this crowd can help him win, they definitely will. But Maxim Kofton was skating a storm.
Great programme, great long programme to Richard Dornbush. Music by Coldplay, that's one to watch.
So we're going to take a very quick break whilst these skaters go through their warm-up, then we'll be back with you live. Welcome back. You are live with us here in the Shanghai Oriental Sports Centre. We've just had a massive crash on the ice between the two men during the warm-up here, and Yuzuru Hanyu was, we think it was him. It was all over in the blur of an eye, and he's just been out cold on the ice, and then he was taken off. He's now down there, bottom left of your screen. We think it was Han Yan who hit him. The other men were carrying on, warming up, and the ice was cleared with Yuzuru flat out in the middle of it, and two guys went out to him. He managed to get up and come to the barrier. He then stood at the barrier, and the crowd applauded, and then he nearly passed out again. He's come off.
It looks, Nicky, from what I can see, that he's lying flat on his back, Brian Orser by his side, but it doesn't look too good.
So if he's got concussion, which it looked like he was out cold, and if it was concussion, there's no chance of him skating. So that's where we are right now. You can see somebody clearing the middle of the ice, but you know, that's fair enough. But
you question whether or not, Nicky, I'm not sure they're scraping the centre of the ice. You wonder whether our blood has been spilled.
Yeah, maybe, you're right. Obviously they won't want to move him, but the medics should be there. Please, can we get closer into this action? Can we see what's going on, please? So that's where we are at the moment. A sense of anticipation. This sort of thing has happened before. On the warm-ups, you do have to keep your wits about you, and the guy's going so fast, somebody just catches edges, bang heads, things can happen.
It's much more common in the ice dance in the pairs. We've seen collisions before, but not so common within the singles community.
I headbutted Andre Salai once in a warm-up for a European Championships. I was very keen to keep going. He was taller than me, but I think I did manage to knock him out. And he turned around and whap. Because I didn't have the knowledge at that time about how to leave the space. I was just going to keep going anyway. But
and certainly the ice dancers are more of a liability because their patterns are all over the place. But generally with these male skaters, the patterns and the formations they take on the ice into their jumps tend to be fairly regular and consistent. So most of these boys on the ice should have a gauge as to where each other are skating.
And it's unusual in the men's event to see this. What was quite interesting for a few moments was to see the other guys skating around and just carrying on, doing their warm-up. I suppose what you do, but
it's an occupational hazard really for these singles boys. They'll find themselves on the ice every day, multiple times. So it wasn't so much the issue of the fall, but then it was just the surprise that he stayed down on the ice for such a long time after that.
Yes, and the response of there was no medical team. This wasn't like Premier League football where somebody was on in an instant with the orange stretcher, but two guys in lime green coats did eventually come onto the ice, and it's not so fair enough. This is not something that happens regularly. But at Dancing on Ice, Mark, as you know, the medics were ready all the time.
They need Sharon Morrison, that's who they need. That's the lady that they need today.
Okay, so whilst this is happening, we're going to take a break, and hopefully he'll be okay when we get back. Welcome back. You're with us live in Shanghai. This is the Lexus Cup of China Grand Prix. This is the warm-up group still going on for the men's event. There was a massive crash between Yuzuru Hanyu, the reigning Olympic and world champion, and Han Yan in the middle of the ice, which left Yuzuru Hanyu for over a minute looking unconscious on the ice. The other guys were skating around. Yan Han has come off the ice. He's gone to the changing room. Yuzuru Hanyu is bottom left of your screen with medics around him. We think he's getting up.
Looks like he's up now.
We think he's getting up. In the meantime, while this action continues, we're going to see highlights from yesterday. Well, it looks like we have the 5. So we have Yan Han back on the ice, and he was sat down for quite a while.
Oh, he's on.
He's on. Goodness me.
Wow.
Well, goodness me. Now, well, here's the deal. If he was out cold, then can they let him skate? I mean, obviously they can. Obviously that's the decision. They've been...
He was out cold. It looks like he's obviously taken a knock to the head, and when he was lying on the ice, he was holding his head, so something...
He didn't look to be moving to me.
Triple look there now, you know. We won't know till we see replays of the actual crash quite how intense it was, but if you're an Olympic champion, you're made of tough stuff.
So, is Yan Han on the ice here? Or is he not? I can't.
He appears not to be.
I don't think he is.
So perhaps it's the case that Yan Han suffered more in the collision than Yuzuru.
Yeah, maybe. It didn't look like it, but he'll be having a conversation. Now, the thing is, your adrenaline and everything about you is, as a competitor, isn't it, Mark? I've got to do it. I'm here to do it. I've travelled all this way, etc., etc. But safety is really the key. The crowd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The chin and the head. It's a bit of a pirate look, isn't it? Bit of a Johnny Depp. But goodness me, I really, after seeing him down for so long, I'm so surprised they're letting him on.
Although he's got 2-time Olympic silver medalist. Oh, there you go, triple axel. Triple toe.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's complaining
no, KO. I mean, we're talking about
I'm sure Brian
4.5 minutes.
Yeah, Brian Archer wouldn't have let him on unless he felt confident that he was going to be okay, but...
Oh, it's a very big call, and adrenaline does amazing things to your body. It covers up the pain, and mentally you can block out a lot of the pain.
It's going to also affect all of these other guys in their preparation. So all of these men they'll have been visualizing the event, they've been running through it mentally, and this is taking a big knock to them too in their preparation.
Yeah. I think Hanyu, love your skating, want to see you skate here, but golly, it's 4.5 minutes, and
nice triple axel, triple toe from Richard Dornbush.
Yeah, my call would be no, take him off. That would be my call. Now,
my instinct is that he's fine. He's made of tough stuff. Get on with it. You think so? Yeah, pop pulling out of the quad toe at the top there.
Yeah.
It depends. We've not seen the close-up of the actual collision.
No, we didn't actually. We saw the result of it.
Huge quadruple salchow from Coughton. I think these skaters will all be vying for a place at the Grand Prix final, and with only 2 allocated Grand Prix assignments.
That's it. That's right. You're right. Yep.
And it's crucial stuff. And these guys will have trained all summer long. They'll have had their programs choreographed. They'll have new costumes. So much has gone behind this event to try to carry them through onto the Grand Prix final.
And also,
in Barcelona.
Quad
toe from hand.
It costs a lot of money to take part, to be paying for all the background work that needs to be done. You earn some of it from exhibitions. You earn some, if you're good enough, from your associations, if you're lucky enough to be supported by them. But also, money at these events goes into the pot for many of the skaters to help them fund all the coaching and choreography and everything else that goes into it.
And so presumably that will be playing at the back of Hanyu's mind. But nonetheless, he's got, as you say, Nicky, safety first. He's a young guy, he's got a long career ahead of him. He doesn't want to do anything stupid.
Yes, now he's got a bit of time.
Nice quad toe from Richard. He's looking strong.
He is looking strong. Still no Yan Han as far as we can see. I think he could probably go out and skate without having done the warm-up. He's got 30 seconds out there.
There is 1 minute remaining in this warm-up.
But looks like he has withdrawn. There goes Hanyu. Bottom right, your picture. Yeah.
Stepping out of the quad salco.
See, the thing is, for me, if he skates and he's not quite up to it and it's not a good skate, you carry that with you.
True. Although I suppose to some extent that if he doesn't skate well today,
it doesn't matter because you've just been nearly knocked out. Well,
yeah.
I mean, I think he was out cold. You don't think he was, but I thought.
I think if he had been knocked out cold, they definitely wouldn't take him. I don't think they would let him back on the ice. But
there you go. It's going to be a test of character, that's for sure. I think if he gets halfway through and can't carry on, we will all understand why.
Just got to hope that these other guys, I mean, who knows if their coaches are working optimistically, they'll be telling them that they've had extra time to practice, so it's given them more chance to warm up, but nonetheless they'll have been affected.
Well, that wasn't something that was factored into today's event. That's rather a big plaster around your head. That's going to hurt when you take it off as well.
Oh,
that's one of those, like, ow. Oh, no.
He's going to lose half his hair there.
Oh. Okay. Now, from one wounded soldier to another. The Olympic champion, the world champion, his national champion, who, again, 15 minutes ago, from when we're broadcasting these pictures that are coming to you live right now, I think he was out cold. He certainly looked to be very disorientated. Chose to come back on for a delayed warm-up. And he knows what he's got to do to win. He's currently in second place. How will it go? Oh, Yuzuru Hanyu of Japan.
Japanese skaters skating to Phantom. Maybe you're right, they were touring.
Two quads to start, the salchow and the toe loop. That's what's scheduled.
Down on the quad sal.
I think he got round.
No, he didn't start well at the Olympic Games and still came away with the gold, so will the same be here?
Focus, big element. Toe loop. Ah, was it round again?
Triple flip.
Another quad scheduled here. Will he go for it? No.
Change the plan, triple loops, double toe loop. And the next triple axel. Axel, half the triple circle.
Fantastic.
And on the loop. Getting behind him here to lift him to the end of the program.
Come on, Yuzuru. My words. Well done, young man. Well done. 5 falls in that routine, but no submission from a young man who I think was unconscious on the warm-up after a massive hit with Jan Han. And, sorry, yeah, Jan Han, it was. And he went out and he delivered that. He went for the quads and he fell. He went for the triple axel and he fell. He went for the loop and the lutz and he fell. But you can see from the technical score that it was high. The grade of executions are going to get clobbered, but still the skating quality was there. What a character he is.
Yeah, this is a definite a worthy Olympic champion. He does have everything. He has exceptional skating skills. He interprets well. His spins are probably the best in the competition. And when he's on, the jump quality is the best too. Just being able to get through 4.5 minutes after what he's been through today, that in itself is impressive.
And it's a beautiful program, beautifully structured to give that breathing point after the first element. Look, he can hardly move now, the adrenaline and everything. Brian, give him a hug from us. Gosh, not to the kiss and cry. Just let him, just breathe. Yep, yeah, just breathe. Goodness, here was the start. He went for it. Gosh, he was round. And he went for the salchow, and then he went for the toe loop. Gosh. So you were right, Mark. You said he should skate.
Yeah. You know, these skaters are made of tough stuff, and I'm sure that things like this will have gone on in practice as well, but obviously not. You wouldn't
probably not quite the knockout. Maybe.
Oh, I don't know, things like that. You know, he trains in an environment where, you know, with Brian Orser, he's going to be surrounded by such a huge number of other elite skaters. Nice triple lutz double toe, that was one of the highlights of the program. And so he'll be surrounded. It's just not ideal, is it? You train all season long, and he's spent the off-season working. He's been working with Shaylin Bourne on his choreography. So much will have gone into this. And then you're wiped out on the warm-up just before you compete. It's not ideal.
And my call was that he doesn't skate, but this is something to put in the bank that you can do. You can do, no matter what, you can do.
And I'm sure when it's later on in the season, competing at World Championships, Brian Orser will be reminding him that he still managed to go out and rotate 4 turns in the air, having been wiped out in the warm-up just before.
Completely wiped out. We'll probably get you to see a doctor. It would have been good. Yes, I think so. Brian, we're on your side. Where was the doctor in the arena?
Character building stuff.
And it did take a while for people to get out there. It was not good. The ISU does a fantastic job organising these events, but the medical provision, and it happens so infrequently that you're not geared up for it, I can understand that, but there was nobody out there quick for him. He was out there for, I thought, nearly a minute or longer. Indeed, Brian, indeed. Us too. Goodness. There should be provision that medical staff can be out there on the ice immediately should there be a bad fall. There wasn't. It needs to be looked at.
I suppose it's the time that he was down. We're so used to skaters falling. It's just it took him so long to get up. That was the issue.
And there was nobody there to help him up, and that's the other issue. It's not good enough.
We have to get you healthy first. Okay. You're gonna feel it,
but wow. Yeah, you are going to feel it tomorrow.
No quads tomorrow.
Maybe a day off is in order.
It's not going to be a fun
so
flight back
let's
to Canada.
see. He's in second place at the moment with Jan Han. Well, it's now Richard Dornbush in the lead here with 226.73. Will he beat that? Yes, he will. 237.55. So fantastic. Currently in first place with just Cofton to go. Goodness me, Maxim still has it all to do. Well done, Yuzuru Hanyu.
I think some marks perhaps based on being an Olympic champion there.
All right. All right. Yuzuru Hanyu. He has just skated probably one of the most demanding performances of his life after being what for me looked like a knockout in the warm-up when he was lying there on the ice. He's gone out there and skated, got a great mark. He fell, but he kept going. Now this